All right, so welcome everyone. My name is Ernest Joseph. I'm representing PFS Investment tonight. What a privilege to be here with you guys that watching either right on Zoom with us or you also probably watching on Facebook. We just want to say thank you and welcome. And we're going to share some important information with you guys tonight. And you can take the time, and if you have some paper, take some notes. And if you do have some question, I would really appreciate that. You can reach us later. If you want to call us, you can call us at 772-940-1273 in case you need more information about what we're about to cover with you guys tonight. So again, you're going to see the topics. You say how money works. So we're really going to share some common sense guide to your financial success tonight. So wherever you're watching, welcome. Take this time, fasten your seatbelt, and we're gonna have a great show for you guys tonight. And just relax. You know, if you have a cup of coffee, if you want to drink that now, go ahead. You can have it next to you so you don't fall asleep on us, because we're gonna share some great information with you guys tonight. All right. So now there is, some common misunderstanding that the average or ordinary folks, they can't become financially independent, right? So that could be, some reason why they cannot, become financially independent. We're gonna share a lot of information with you guys tonight. So the fact is, you have the power to accumulate wealth, okay? Many people who never, ever earn six-figure income become financially independent. But now we need to know, how do they do it? How they make that become a reality? So tonight we're gonna share with you it's just how money works, a common sense guide to your financial success. And if you do have questions, please, if you're watching us live on Facebook, you can reach out to us and maybe send us a message on a private message on Facebook, or you can call the number that I gave you from the beginning. All right. So let's get this started with you guys. So now there's some stuff you can do to control that. You can get out of debt. That's one of the things people need to realize. You can get out of debt. You can build savings. You can get on the path to financial independence. No matter what your income level is, you can achieve financial security if you take the time to learn a few simple principles about how money works. And this is what we're going to be sharing with you guys tonight, so you can take some notes and see what you can do to take control of your life. So you need to take control of your life. But now, did you actually know one of the biggest financial mistakes most people make is dependence? Dependence on others allow outside factors in people's life to control them. The secret to financial security is learning to control the things that you can control, because you cannot control everything. And I'm going to share 7 things that you can control. Let's take some good notes. First one you can control is to pay yourself first. You have to learn how to do that, and we're going to cover that with you in a little bit. Then also, number 2, you can adjust your priorities. Change the way you think. Change your thinking. That's number 3. Number 4 is to adjust your lifestyle. And also, earning additional income can make a big difference for you as well. Number 6 is to avoid the credit trap that's out there. And last one is number 7, is to make sure you set goals and have a plan to achieve those goals. Now, let's see that. There's a lot of people that say, you know what, there's some stuff, guys, we can control. There's some stuff that you cannot control. You cannot try to control everything into this world. There's no way you can do that. So now, when you look on this onto the screen right now, you see you cannot control the feature of Social Security. Now you cannot know what's happened next to Social Security. You don't know. Maybe you might run out of money. You can't control that. But you can control your saving for your retirement. Now you can't. The next thing you cannot control is your employer. You cannot tell them when to get rid of you. You cannot control that. But what you can control is other sources of income. So there's different ways you can make money. Now, you cannot control taxes. If they raise it up, there's nothing you can do about it. But guess what? You can there's ways that you can reduce your taxes. But you have to learn how to do that. Now, can you control inflation? Of course not. But you can maximizing your savings. Now, things rising in price goes up, you cannot control that. But you can saving more. And the last thing that you cannot control is the risk of a single investment. You can't control risk of a single investment. If you take all your eggs, you put them in one basket, you can't control that. But now what you can control is diversity of your investment choices. The way you diversify your money. This is common learning with us. So now, let's talk about pay yourself first. Let's talk about that. Now, you're going to find there's some problem out there, man. At the end of the month, most people don't have anything left to save. And if I'm talking to you, man, don't pretend that you don't listen to me or to try to take out from the Facebook. I don't know how many people are watching on Facebook right now, to be honest. But because I'm doing something else here, I cannot. But I'm just giving you the information. But now, if there is a problem, guys, we're looking for a solution. We don't care who caused the problem, but we really care about the solutions. Okay? Now, the solution, how did that come? At first of the month, every single first of the month, before you pay anyone else, here's what you need to do to yourself. Write yourself a check, at least 10% of your income. That's what you need to do. Pay yourself 10% of your income. Pay yourself first, maybe the single most important concept you can learn from me tonight. Okay? That's the first thing that you can do to learn. Pay yourself first. 10% of your income. If you don't know how to do that, and we're going to show you. Now, in order for you to do that, now we identify there is a problem. Because people don't pay themselves first, there's no money left. Now, we're going to start telling you, you need to start doing that. But now, there is 3 types of accounts that you need in order for you to do this. There's 3 accounts that everyone needs. Now, to have a complete saving program, guys, most people need 3 basic accounts. Number 1, you need an emergency fund. Okay, this is your reserve money in the event of unforeseen emergency, such as you lost your job, or maybe an unexpected expenses. A good rule of thumb is this: at least have 3 to 6 months of your salary in your emergency fund. How many of you guys who's watching or listening, you can say, yes, I have an emergency, at least you have 3 to 6 months of my salary. Now, the other account you need is a short-term saving. A short-term saving, guys, this is an account, okay, at least when you set that up, it's for your expenses, things that you might see you're looking at in the next 5 years or maybe 10 years. Maybe you want to purchase a new home. Maybe you want to purchase a rental property. You know, I don't know. Maybe you want to buy a dream car. So at least have that money set aside. Maybe you want to go in the best vacation that you always dream about. But the last one is what we call a long-term saving investment. This is where your retirement saving, or maybe a college fund, or maybe some other account that you need, but long-term. Because sometimes you don't want to just say, you know what, put everything in once, but you have to have those three type of account in order for you to have a complete program. Now, if you don't have them set up, talk to the person who invited you. And then reach out to someone. They can help you out. Now, there's another secret about this. Use time, and consistency is important. Someone said once that only two things in life give you an opportunity and time. Only those two things, an opportunity and time. Time combined with two other important elements, which is mean the rate of return and the consistency, is so powerful, is the key of achieving financial security. How you can take the time plus consistency, add them together, that give you an opportunity to become financially independent. But now, while we're talking about this, let me just share an example with you. Okay? It pays to start investing early. So the more you wait, it's not good for you. Suppose that your parents, had deposit. If they your parents deposited, like, let's say $1,000 on your, the day that you were born as a child. If you left the money into the account untouched until you turn 67 years old, that money will be grown at least to $406,000. Even though you don't add a penny on that. That's the power of this. Now look at this example here. Now if your parents go ahead and do that for you when you were born, that's 406. But if they wait until you age 16 to do that for you, you're only gonna have 96,000. But if you wait until you're 40 to do that, that's only 11,000. You see, that's the consistency plus time. That's the opportunity to have $406,000, just $1,000 investment with a 9% rate of return. Is this powerful? Now, when you don't do that, also, there is something called pay the high cost of waiting. You might see this today and say, man, Ernest, this is powerful. This is great. I would love to do that for my kids. But you don't do it. Or you don't do it for yourself. You heard the message. You sit everywhere. But you stay like a knucklehead not to make no decision. I know what you're saying. Well, Ernest, hold up, man. I don't make decision on the first time. Well, I'll get that. I understand you don't make decision the first time, but you just make one. You just make a decision not to do crap, not to do anything about your life. So don't pay the high cost of waiting, teammates. If your goal is to save $500,000 for retirement at age 67, look what happened if you wait. If you start at 25 years old, you only need to invest $89 a month. That's it. But I know what you say. Well, I'm young right now. I got plenty of time. I'll do it when I'm 35 years old. Then guess what? I will meet you at 35 years old because that'll be 10 years from now. Now, in order for you to have the same $500,000, you need to invest $224 every month. Nearly that's 2 times more money because you wait. I know, I can do this right now. And you wait until you're 45 years old. Now you need $602. And you wait until you're 55 years old. Now, where are you going to find $1,900 to invest to get the same $500,000? So if you like most people, you don't have a lot of money. That's why time is so critical for you. When you're young, you can save small amount of money and still end up with thousands of dollars. If you wait to begin saving, you must save so much more money. One thing is certain, guys, you can't afford the high cost of waiting. Now don't come listen to me and say, man, Ernest, this is some powerful BS, whatever, belief system. You know, can't say bad word here on the live here. Okay? But you say, that was some powerful thing, man. But you know jack about it. You heard it over and over, but you choose not to do anything about it. But you know what? You need to know the rule. Because this is, I'm just showing you, that's money now. Let's learn about the rule of money. Now, do you know the rule of 72? Based on the rule of 72, a one-time contribution of $10,000 doubles 6 more times if you invest it at 12% than if you invest it at 12%. Now, let's see what happened. You find 3 people, 3 sisters. They go investing. One of them say, you know what, I'm going to take my money, put it at the bank. So now, if they give them 3%, 72 divided by 3, that's mean every 24 years, that $10,000 will double. So the first 10,000 is double, 24 years, that's 20 grand. Another 24 years, that's $40,000. So now, that's 48 years. Would you agree that's a lot of years? And would you also agree that's not a lot of money? Now, the second sister said, you know what, I'm going to go invest my money into a CD or maybe a money market with a 6% average if you're lucky, because there's nobody paying those type of return right now. But now, 70 divided by 6, now that's every 12 years, the second sister money double. So now, every 12 years, now look what happened. Now, that's 160. But if I just double the interest, the money should be double. It should be 80. Why? It is not 80. It's 160, more than double. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Now, the other sister will come in, somebody invite them in something like this, or maybe they're watching it somewhere online, and they say, man, I'm going to start using this concept for myself and just invest at 12% rate of return. Now, 72 divided by 12, every 6 year money is doubled it up. That's 2.5 million. Now, who's ready to retire it now? Now, you can get a nice Ferrari now. Maybe a Lamborghini, that's up to you. Maybe have a second home by the lake, who knows? But why, when I'm double or triple the money, why the money is way more than that? Because Albert Einstein, well, I think he believe he was a scientist, he said that compounding interest is the most powerful force in the universe. Only for those who understand how to make compounding interest work for themselves. The reason this is the folly more than double, because the money is compounding. You better learn how to do that. You have to understand the power of compounding interest with the rule of 72. Okay, so that's one of the things that you have to learn. I heard you say thank you for sharing that with you. No problem. You're welcome. Now, what about another concept that we can teach you? Now, it's either you have money compounding for you or you're compounding somebody else money for them. It's either the money works for you or you're going to work for someone else. Listen, after all of this, there's a threat to your financial security. You know why? Because of debt. Nothing is more dangerous than debt. When you have this, it's a problem. In every family out there, if you really talk to them, they will see, you know, financially there's a problem. Why? Because of too much debt. Because why? Debt is a common enemy of every single one of us. The very fact is, it's coming. Who doesn't have that? Now, makes it one of the biggest threats to your financial well-being. That's the biggest challenge that we have. Now, let me just show you this. This is the bad news about compounding. Now, I just show you the good news. Now, here's the bad news. Now, did you know if you made one time $3,000 into a credit card purchase with an 18% interest rate, with no new purchase, even if you don't use it again, and after you make the minimum payment, if you just make the minimum payment, it will take you at least 10 years to pay it off. and you would end up paying more than $2,000 in interest. Now, this is when compounding is working against you. So now listen to me. When you are building savings, its power works in your favor. However, when you have debt, the power of compounding interest works against you. When you pay just the minimum balance of your credit cards, interest charges are added each month on the remaining balance. Each month, the new balance, they keep charging you interest. And that amount gets compounded against you. It's easy to see how a small debt grows so much big. From $3,000, you end up paying $3,000 you just borrow from someone with 18% interest. Now you end up paying $2,000 extra. Now, it's not that I'm saying credit cards is a bad thing. You just got to know how to use them because they are bad debt. Those are not good debt, bad debt. Now, let me just show you another thing. Credit card debt is what is known as revolving debt. And I'm going to explain that to you because there's the difference between revolving and fixed debt. And that's why I say take some good notes about this. And I'm willing to share this information with you. The interest compounds daily instead of monthly, guys, when it's revolving. Because there is no fixed amount that you can pay each month. So your debt can go up forever. Additionally, let me tell you this. Your interest rate change almost any time. Anytime. Because why? It's revolving. Let's look at this. If somebody borrowed this $17,000 to 18%, they say, you know what, you're going to pay $595. This is almost, you end up paying $12,500 in interest alone. But if you was the same amount fixed with the same 18, if you was fixed, you'll only end up paying $5,000. That's a big difference. That's $7,000 difference. And you'll be done paying in 3 years and 2 months. But this one, guess what? 17 years and 2 months to pay it off. That's what revolving do to us. It's insane what's out there. But you know what? Now, after you see this great information, now you got some stuff. Now, you need to learn how to avoid these common mistakes. Number one, not value your credit. Number two, raising credit card limits. Number three, not monitoring your credit history. Number four, not monitoring your credit score. And the last, listen, do you know there's some places, even for you to in an apartment, sometimes they have to pull your credit? See, not knowing your interest rate and fees is another problem. Because some people have some debt, they don't even know how much they're paying. When you ask them how much, you just got this car brand new, but how much you're paying? Oh, I don't know. Let's say if you go to the dealership and you get a car for like $30,000. Now you see the monthly payment is, let's say $350. Now, because you can afford $350, you think this is it. But the car could end up cost you twice or more if you keep it for the amount of time they actually just keep it. That's why we try to make sure, hey, avoid those mistakes. Avoid them. Hopefully this makes some sense to you guys and you take some great notes on this. Now, by the way, I'm gonna go share some, different concept here with you that you find a lot of people make, some type of mistake on it. Is when you come. Now, this is only for learning purposes, okay, guys? Learning purposes, okay? Buy the right kind of life insurance. One of the most important thing that the average of, people should make in life is when they're buying life insurance. It is also one of the most misunderstood concept. Because now you have to think about it. The wisdom of your life insurance purchase could make a major difference in your family security, man. Should you die prematurely, and your quality of life if you don't understand how it works. Now, let me just share some important of life insurance. Now, how much is your car worth? Now, do you insure it? Of course, yes. Now, I know what some people say, well, hold up, Ernest. I have to insure my car because I can drive it without insurance. That makes sense. What about how much your house worth? Do you insure it? Of course, yes. What about how much is your life worth? Probably a lot more than your car, than your home. Because without you, none of those two matters. Can you afford not to have insurance on your life? Now, with such a concept, it's called about the theory of decreasing responsibility. Now, today, in the early years, you may need a lot of coverage, but you may not have a lot of money. Why? Because you have young kids, high debt, if something happened to you, you got a mortgage, loss of income would be very devastating to your family. But you see, it's going to be a time you cannot work for the rest of your life. But at retirement, you better have a way. In the early years, you better have money. But you may not need all that coverage. Why? Because your kids will be gone. They will go do their own things. You should be done. You should be debt free at that time. Okay, hopefully you are. You should be paid your mortgage off. Now, what you're going to need is retirement income. You need money to live for the rest of your life. Many people believe they need life insurance for the rest of their life, but you need money for the rest of your life. If you go to a nursing home, they don't care how much life insurance you do have, but they do care how much money you have to pay those people who come in to take care of you. It's serious talk. Let's face it. You think you can take your life insurance to Walmart and things like that when you get older? No, but they need money. But what do? Here's the deal. If somebody come up to your family and they're telling you, you need some life insurance to protect your income, which is a great concept they're telling you. That's a great idea. But now, why do you need it? Well, they're telling you, well, because you don't have enough money in case you die. But that makes sense. But what do you do differently in order for you to have money so one day you can eliminate the need for life insurance in your life? That's why we teach people this concept. That's enough for that. But now let me just share what some experts says. Well, there's different type of life insurance out there. But in some people's opinion, is what they say, term insurance is the pure protection. Okay, just like a car insurance. The whole function of it is just if you die, we pay. You can buy a big chunk of money and it don't cost you that much. And it's like term life insurance is the most common and the simplest term or form of insurance you can ever buy. And then now, not only that, but term is also cost effective. So you can have a chance to build that, because the reason you need the insurance because you don't have money. So while you have this insurance here on this hand, make sure you start investing your money so one day you can get rid of that sucker and then become self-insured and invest for the rest of your life and have your life. Because what people don't really realize is just one day, it's not like we're saying you should not buy life insurance. No, you need to buy life insurance while you still need it. But it's going to be a time, if you do the right things, make the right decision, you're not going to need it for the rest of your life. But you need to talk to somebody who's an expert that can tell you and show you how to do that. Now, this is our philosophy. There's three nevers when you come to buying life insurance. You should never do those things. Okay, there's three never. The first never is this: never buy any kind of cash value or whole life insurance, including universal life. And there's some folks, they don't really fully understand what a universal. Now, I can explain. I cannot give you all the details here. If you want that information, contact us. We sit with you. We explain to you. Not for you to say, oh, after I explain to you, you have to be our client. None of that matters, okay? We just educators. The second never is this: never. Never, ever buy life insurance as an investment. Ever. Or as a college fund for your kids. Well, after the child died, then you're going to send them to college? Listen to me. There's college fund. There's accounts for that, not life insurance. Life insurance, you buy it because if you die and your family get that. Get that? Never think it's an investment. Okay? Somebody say, wait, you mad with us? No, we're not. I'm just sharing information. Mwah, I love you. The third never, number 3, is this. Never buy a life insurance policy that pays dividend. Okay, never do that. Okay, this is serious stuff. I know some folks might sit there and say, man, you're crazy. What are you talking about? It's all right, man. Don't get mad. It's just the people need to wake up. Now, you're living in the 21st century. There's some craziness you should not go out there. There's some bad financial decision we need to stop doing because they don't work. If they were working, our parents were supposed to be rich with them already, but they broke like hell. But anyway, I'm not gonna do. But anyway, let's continue working. Now, I'm gonna share a different concept with you tonight. Okay. Hopefully you guys get to like it, okay? Now, the other concept that I want to share with you guys tonight is this. Do you have a job? Then you have tax problem, right? Because if you do have a job, you have tax problem or tax consequences. The harder you work to get ahead and build your income, the more taxes you pay. Anybody ever heard about that? So in order for you to have the maximum cash at retirement, you need to find a way to minimize your taxes. There are different ways you can do that. You can defer your taxes. Defer means you pay that later. Okay? Just for your information is this. There's 3 things about taxes. There's where you can save money. You have to pay taxes now. In the year that you earn interest, you pay taxes. There's a type of account where you open it, where you pay the taxes later. And there's another account you can avoid completely paying taxes, and it's legal. I know what you're thinking. Well, Ernest, listen, I should be paying taxes. Of course, yes, you should pay your taxes when you're supposed to. But be smart and wise. They say knowledge is power. It's not just part of it is right, but it's applied now. It's even more powerful, teammates. Now, let's go with this. Which IRA do you prefer? You have a few choices here when it comes to an IRAs. Which one works best for you? There's one where traditional IRA is deductible. That's mean you can deduct it on your taxes. And now, I'm not going to give you any tax advice. That's something you need to talk to your CPA and get that advice from them. But as a financial representative, then I know there's an account where you can deduct the taxes. You deduct that amount that you invest. And then there's another one, a traditional IRA that's non-deductible. And also there's another account where is a Roth IRA, which is the third one here, is non-deductible, but, now listen to the but, okay, when you see the but, okay, you need to understand, okay, that's important. Not tax at withdrawal. And then we're going to give you a little bit more detail on that. So now, traditional IRA is deductible. So now, let's say that if you open an account where you invest at least, because depending on your income, all right, you open that account, you can put money on it, okay? And then you defer it for later when you retire to pay the taxes on it. But the maximum you can put in an account like that is $6,000 according to the rule of 2020. $6,000 you can add in that account. But if you're a little bit older, 51 and plus, you can put an additional $1,000, which is $7,000, okay? Now, you can deduct that based depending on your income, okay? Now, there's another one that's not deductible, that's what we're going to cover, because now this one, you can also put it, but sometime what happens is your income limit exceeds the amount you're supposed to in order for it to get it deducted in your taxes. Now, that's, again, talk to your tax professional, and they'll be able to guide you on that. So you may not be able to deduct it, but also what it can do, it can help you reduce your taxes. Later on, you don't have to pay it now. You can pay the taxes later. But this is called tax deferral anyway, because when you put it, you don't have to pay the taxes on the earning right now. You're still going to pay those taxes later on. You defer them later. But you cannot take it as a tax write-off. Now, don't get mad with people that say, get mad because some people pay less taxes. Man, go learn, go get more knowledge about it, man. Don't get mad. Now, the other account is what we call a Roth IRA. Now, this one, the contributions are not deductible either, but you receive tax deferral. That means the earning gonna grow. You don't have to pay taxes now with it, but also it can become tax-free when you withdraw that money. So that's mean this account, you can have it for your retirement where you pay no taxes, teammate. Now, if you need more information, contact one of us, then we can show you how that happened. Okay, contributions are made with after-tax money. So you pay the taxes on that money, but later on, you have a chance to have that money grow and all the earnings become tax-free. And then I'm going to show you a little bit more about that, how you get that to be, to become, withdraw the money for free when it comes to that account. So now let me just show you this example right here. Let's say that the contribution for 2020, you can put up to $6,000 if you're like 50 or younger. But if you're a bit more than 50, you can put $7,000. That's the max you can add on those accounts. Both work the same way. Okay, depend of your income, this one can be taxed right off, deductible. That's when you don't pay the taxes on it now. But this one is not. But this one have a chance to become tax-free at retirement. You can see right there, it's telling you deductibility is dependent of your income. But this one is not whatsoever. Now, earning tax deferred. Okay, because now some of us, you probably have a high tax bracket, you want to save some money, you can find a way to do that. Okay, and also tax deferral. Now, there's also some retirement withdrawal. If you take a withdrawal for whatever reason at age of 59 and a half, and then that's it would become taxable. But now, after 59 and a half, it's tax free. So that's mean you pay no taxes. But the account must be at least, okay, the money have to be in that account for at least 5 years. You have to have that account open for at least 5 years. That's why you need to understand. Now, distribution. Now, when it comes to taking money out, require at 72, you must take the money out. Now, same thing at 401k work the same way. So if you need more information about the 401k as well, we go explain that to you as well. Okay. Maybe you have a 403b plan. Okay. We can also explain how those plans work as well. Now, requirement, at least at age 70, you must take distribution. And if you don't, there's penalty for that. And if you want that information, let us know. Now, this one right here, listen, the Roth IRA, man, I'm telling you, no age requirement. And at retirement, it's tax-free. Now, if you want to know how to get rid of your life insurance, talk to one of us, and we'll show you exactly how you can design a plan. And that can make that happen for you. Now, we're almost done with this, with you guys, okay? And stay tuned. Stay, don't go to sleep yet. Okay, if you're gonna go to sleep, I'm gonna put music on you. If you going to sleep right now, and I'm gonna put some music on you, because I say no sleeping. Okay, you should not be sleeping right now, because you should make sure you pay full attention to me, and I'm gonna make the noise on you. Okay, so don't. Okay, just in case you are sleeping, I'm gonna have to make sure I got you wake up. Why? Because this is important. This is important. I don't want you to miss it. All right. Okay, now. Okay, I don't want to keep the music keep playing. Okay, but I want you to pay attention to me. All right. So now, one of the concepts after you learn this, teammates, here's what you have to understand as well. Many people fail financially because they don't understand the key concept of becoming an owner, not a loaner. Most people are loaners. They always love to loan money. They invest their money in what they consider to be safe investment. Usually, they go to a local bank or they go to a credit union. But here's what happened. So we're going to teach you how to do that. Bypass those guys. Your money, you need to bypass the middleman, those folks who make us broke today. The bank takes our money, pay us the current interest rate. Maybe, teammates, maybe around 1% at this time. Maybe, if you're lucky. Then they loan that money out to investors, to the people that's in the global economy, to make money for themselves, for the bank. That's truth, man. I know it's hurt. But now, as a general rule, is this: what you really have, there is a loaning account rather than a savings account. Would you rather have an account where you keep loaning money, borrow money, or would you rather have an account where you save your money? So here's what you do. When you take that money, you put it into the bank, and you are pretty much lending your money to the bank, and they are making profit off your money. And you have no choice but to reverse the situation. If you want to make your money work for you, you must become an owner, not a loaner. You must bypass the middleman. Go directly to the global economy. How many of you guys, you showered today? How many of you guys, you ate today? How many of you guys that you brushed your teeth today? How many of you guys, you do your hair? You put gas in your car? Or maybe you flush the toilet today. Or maybe you use the electricity. So they understand when they go to the global economy, they know what to invest the money in, those type of investments, so they know they can make money. Why don't you learn the same concept? Do it for yourself. I know some of you guys are going to start getting mad, but you don't have to get mad with me. It's the rule. So are you earning a guaranteed loss? Even though you may feel comfortable with the fact that investment in banks and savings or loans are guaranteed against loss, by maybe what they might tell you is FDIC insured, you may not have considered the impact of inflation. I'm going to just show you what happened. Let's say that you go to the bank, you invest $10,000, and they give you 1% rate of return. Okay, this is big ball talk. Okay, if you start getting mad, don't get mad with me. I'm just sharing information. So you go to the bank. Now you earn, since it's 1%, your interest for the year is $100. Now this is where you kind of missed it. You didn't know that $100 is taxable. It's taxable now, the year that you earn it. It's taxable for that year. But now you have to pay $25 in taxes if at least you're in a 25% tax bracket. So now your net earning is this. You only make a profit of $75. Now, because now your balance will be $10,075, but you forgot inflation average 3%. That means your buying power goes down. So you your account end up with $9,782 pretty much. So that means you would have lost buying power. That's what happened when you invest your money with a low rate of return. If you continue doing what you keep doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. Nothing going to change for you, nor your family, nor your kids, nor your grandkids. If you want to change your lifestyle, you have to change the way you think about money. Now, I understand people say, well, hold on, Ernest. You've been talking about money. Is that all you talk about? Of course, right now. Money, I know, is not the answer of everything, but it does give you choices. It gives you options. If you decided where you use your zip code right now, you can change it if you got money. But if you don't, you can still change your zip code, but downgrade. Do you want to downgrade or upgrade? I never say, Apple going to go back to iPhone 5 or iPhone 3. They will never do that. They're working on the 12. They don't, see, people that understand how to become wealthy, they understand that, listen, I'm not going to downgrade. I want to upgrade, not downgrade. I have to understand. And I'm going to give you another secret. Here's the secret. Now, when it's time for you to retire, 4 years, financial experts use an analogy It's called like the three-leg stool. You can see that 3 legs to demonstrate, the primary source, that where your retirement gonna come from. But now, excuse me, there are some days when you can count on a pension from your employer. Now, today, I'm not sure. Rarely you might find a pension. Rarely. So now you have to really think about how you want your retirement to look like. Do you just want your retirement to just look like this one leg with this one? And you're not even sure if you're going to have money left from here? You cannot sit on the one-leg stools. There's no way. You need 3. So now some people focus on their company pension. Well, actually, unfortunately, they take that away. Social Security, I don't know. If you're going to put your hope on that, good luck. But you should have personal savings. So now let's put the fact that if you put your life on Social Security, that's okay. If your company gives you a pension, which is now they might refer to it, maybe a 401k from now on, because they don't have no pension anymore, pretty much out there. Maybe if you have that, you participate in that. And also you need to have your personal saving. If you do those 3, man, your life going to be very different at retirement. But if you only have one source of retirement income, you're going to be in trouble. If that sucker cut off, you're in trouble. You're really in trouble. And I'm going to close with this. How do you want your retirement to look like? Like this would be a great way. That's a great example. Do you want to be 1 leg, 2 legs, 3 legs? It can even be more 4, 5, 6 legs. Who knows? It's up to you. So now, the last concept I'm going to end up with you tonight is when you have to learn how to invest with professional management. And I'm going to talk to you about what we call the concept of mutual funds, which is a great way to become an owner, not a loaner. They give you an average opportunity to invest in the economy with other professional management. There's no doubt there is some risk after all. Okay, you're buying a little piece of the economy. Pretty much that's what you're doing. And the economy is influenced, okay, by many factors. But it's exchange that risk. You have the potential for a higher rate of return. But you have to know how to do that. But first, let me tell you what a mutual fund is. A mutual fund is an opportunity for you together with many other investors to pull your money together. Okay, this is how it works. That's all of us, including myself and everybody who's watching. They take that money, the pool of money, which is that asset, and they bring it to the global economy. Now you find professional money managers who invest the money for you and keeping the investment under constant supervision. So they supervise that for you. The money managers, they use their knowledge of securities and changing market conditions to invest the pool of assets in many different companies within a variety of industry, not just one, different industry. And if a company doing terrible or an industry doing terrible, they fix that for you. That's the power. Okay? Now, let me just show you this concept right quick. Some people say, you know what do you think about when it comes to investing money? Which investor do you want to be? You find 2 people, investor A and investor B. Both invest $100, but one of them go to a rising market. The other ones go to a market that goes down and it go back up. Now, this concept is very powerful. So you understand, some people always want the money to just go up. They always want the market to go up. But the market, if you keep doing that, you're not going to make as much money. You want that fluctuation. And I'm going to show you why. Here's why. Those 2 investors, they invest $100. Now, the first month is $10 a share. So they each one buy $10. I mean, 10 shares, okay? Because $10 a share, $100. That's 10 shares. Now, the investor A, market goes up by $2. That's $12. Only purchase $8.33, each share in 33.33, okay? Now, the second investor say, you know what, the second month, now the price goes down. Now, in his mind, since he purchased them at $10, it's $7 now. Since the price go down, that's a big problem. So he think he's losing $3 already. But he doesn't realize he's buying more. That's 14 shares compared to 8. The third month, now the price got up by $14 for the investor A. That's only 7 shares. Price continue rising. Now, investor B, price went down really low, $4. That's 25 shares. But now he think he's losing money. Now, the next month, which is month 4, price still go up for investor A. That's only 6 shares. I'm sorry. And now, the next month for investor B, only $2. Now, look how many shares purchased. Still made 50 compared to 6. Now, investor A is happy. When you see $18 a share, he's excited, but he doesn't realize he only purchased 5 shares. Now, investor B with $6 by 16, way better. In month 6, $20 a share, that's only 5 shares. Now, investor B say, man, it's only $10 again. Now, that's $10 a share. Now you get what? 10 shares. Now, here's the reality, guys. Here's what happened. If you have questions, please wait after, okay? Investor A invests how much money? $600. Investor B invests how much? $600. No difference, okay? Except investor A and B, they were in a different market, okay? Now, the number of shares accumulated is 42.2 for investor A, and investor B get 125 shares, way more. Now, let's see the average cost per share. Now, the price per share costs $14 a share. Now, look at what investor B end up paying, $4 a share. See? Now, you need to understand, at the end of the day, if investor B selling those shares at $10, 10 times 126, $10 times 126, that's $1,260. But if you really think about this system, you need to understand dollar cost averaging. So you don't just go invest. That's why we say, listen, there's 3D of investing, and learn that. Put that in your notes. If you want to learn, now if you need more information on this, talk to one of us so we can go to more deep detail for you so you get that, okay? Now, a good way to keep your focus is this. There's 3Ds of investing. Number 1 is called dollar cost averaging. So invest in a monthly basis. The second D is discipline. Have the guts to continue that $100 a month. Just like you pay your car insurance, you pay your cell phone, have the discipline, pay yourself first that $100 or $20 in a monthly basis. Yes, you're going to get tough. Don't worry about it. Continue. And the other thing is diversification. Those are the 3D when it comes to investing. And I'm glad, I'll be able to share those 3D for you. Now, you can do it. You can do it. And the path to your financial independence start with your understanding a few basic concepts and implementing them. That's how you're going to become financially independent. You can do it. We've been helping so many people that's on track to become financially independent. Winning the financial war is the result of winning tiny battles day to day, day after day, years after years. If you put together a simple plan and follow it, you will be amazed to see the progress that you're going to make in your financial life. Teammates, listen, I was so honored to be here with you guys tonight and to be able to share some great information with you guys. Don't take that information lightly, but see how you can use it for yourself. And if you have any question, hey, listen, reach out to us. 772-940-1273. Reach out to us, man. If you need more information, more knowledge, you want to seek more knowledge, you want to expand your knowledge, understand how to win the money game, reach out to us. Because listen, life, it's what you make it. If you don't build your own life, someone else gonna have one for you. If you don't decide to change the way you think about money, somebody's thinking while you're working, somebody else thinking how they're going to use your money for you. Because this money talk, the other thing work, guys. Make a decision. Get better. Learn something you didn't know yesterday. Empower yourself to become the best of the best. Because you can do it. Now, it's your choice. If you take that information lightly, and after that you go blame the president, the government, okay, your city, the school, the teachers, your family, your kids, your husband or your wife, stop making excuses. Because America is the land of opportunity. Nobody gonna give it to you, but you go search it. You are the opportunity. Go change your life. Go change your community. And guess what? If you go out there, make a decision to empower yourself and make an impact. I don't know what kind of impact you want to make. But here, in this team, we're fighting to make an impact in the world. Hey, if you have a question, come on, join us in the platform. We really appreciate you guys for coming in to listen. Man, let me just give you some one love music, okay, for coming in. And if you do have a question, and if you're on Facebook, we can't take the question now, but reach out to us. But if you are here on the Zoom, and we'll be more than happy to take your question after that. All right, thank you guys. Really appreciate it.